Hi, I'm Ivan Zoot and welcome into another deep dive video in our deep dive collection. The deep dive videos, as the name implies, we're taking a deeper dive. We're going into a little more detail. We're taking a little more time to explore concepts than we normally do in the short form videos that I post that y'all know and love. Speaking of loving, how about liking? Like the video. Got something to say? Hit me with a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Share the video with a friend in the beauty and barber business that you know could benefit from this content. And of course, turn on your notifications and subscribe to the channel. Never miss a video. In today's deep dive, we're going to go into lining and edging. Sideburns, ear areas, quarter panels, necklines, the little things. The little things don't mean a lot. They mean everything. And of course, when we go after the little things with OneComb, you only need one comb. One comb is what the pros reach for. One of the combs that's part of OneComb, of course, is the detailing comb. I really sweated the details on the detailing comb. On the prototypes, I was super concerned that the teeth be fine enough, narrow enough, close enough, taper enough, and be flexible enough to be my favorite lining and edging comb. And it was worth all the effort and energy that I put into it. So when it's time to pick up a trimmer, got our JRL 2020 trimmer, we're going to pick up our OneComb and we're going to focus our small work on the small comb, on the detailing comb, on the little end of our OneComb. We're going to pick up our trimmer. Don't forget your Zoot oil. Don't use cheap oil on good tools. 1 or 2 drops of oil directly down on the running teeth. Let it run long enough to spread the oil. The Zoot oil's got a mild peppermint fragrance. It's fun to use and it's enjoyable, but also we put a little bit of blue tint in it. It's got a little bit of color for visual placement. You can see where you put it so you know it's on the teeth and it's on your blades. You wipe up any excess. It's non-toxic, it's biodegradable, it's environmentally friendly. It doesn't impede hair color. There's no reason to be concerned about it on there, but there's a lot of reason to know you're taking good care of your blades. So you've got your trimmer, you've got your OneComb. It's time to talk about lining and edging. It's time to talk about our little details. And I want to dig deep on this one here because it's a deep dive video. Sideburns, check them out. Which one is shorter? I can't match to the longer one. Put the short sideburn where you want it with what I call perpendicular position. The blade is 90 degrees or perpendicular to the client. You come in and you tap. You hold your trimmer in one hand and on one hand, in one hand and on one hand for balance, stability, and control. And right before you touch them with the trimmer, you touch them with a finger. That's your way of saying, hey, yo, buddy, I'm in the neighborhood. I'm right there. Because if you tap him just with the trimmer, he's going to jump. And when he jumps, you're going to cut something you didn't mean to cut. You're responsible for the cutting action of the tool at all times. Hold it and tap it. Now, one of the keys to getting sideburns even is using your mirror. I have a backdrop and not a mirror, but you can play along with me. Turn your client, turn the chair, rotate the chair so that the finished sideburn is facing the mirror to the side. And stand at this sideburn and look at this one and that one. Look over the top of the head at the mirror and look at the sideburn, and you'll be able to see an image floating over it, and you'll get that one just right and even with the other. Turn the tool over and clean up. Turn the tool over and clean up any hair outside the sideburn. Don't drag and scrape with the moving teeth towards the client. That'll redneck somebody. You've got 22 perfectly parallel bright red scratches on the side of their head when you go in moving teeth first. Raise the tool perpendicular, tap, pull the tool out, and clean up. Let's talk about cutting around the ear area. When we're working around the ear area, we want to think about the ear like it's a clock. 3, 9, and 12. We're going to work from 12, or from 3 up to 12, and we're going to stop. And we're going to work from 9 up to 12. And we're going to cut that ear arc in 2 15-minute segments, stopping at top dead center. If we cut from 3 to 9, we overcut the arc. We're going to go to our detailing comb. Now you'll notice mid-tone color. It makes it very easy to see what I want to be mine and what I want to remain on his head. That mid-tone color makes it super easy. I can also apply pressure against the head and kind of flex the comb. You can see the comb's got the little bit of give and the little bit of flexibility necessary to help me get in there nice and clean and close. As we work our way around the head, we address what we call the rear quarter panel, from the 9 o'clock position behind the ear to the bottom corner. Generally speaking, in this area, on an adult human, the hair grows down or slightly forward, down or slightly forward. You want to comb the hair in its natural growth direction. You want to encourage the hair to go where it wants to go. You're going to use your fine comb to lift it up and peek at the edge to see that line, because you'll see a distinct point where the hairline starts and stops. You want to comb the hair in its natural growth direction, 2 hands on the tool, balance, stability, and control, and you want to come in and you want to tap, and you want to tap, and you want to tap. And the rule in this area is you want to cut up to, but not into, the natural hairline. You want to leave the hairline as long, as low, as wide, and as square as the natural hairline will allow. In this area, if you're going to clean up any extra hair, you're going to put pressure on the skin, and you're going to come in against the natural growth direction. If the hair's growing up, you'll turn the tool over, and you'll clean downward. But once again, we don't want to scrape with the teeth directly against the client. Now, you do a beautiful haircut on a guy on a Tuesday at 10:30 in the morning, and he loves you. What a great haircut. But in his 2:30 meeting, he has that much hair down the back of his shirt. He's not so happy with you. This item right here, the JRL cutting collar, is a fabulous way to make every haircut a better haircut immediately. Put on your neck strip like you always do. Put on your cutting cape like you always do. Last and over the top is your JRL collar. One size fits all, from ballerinas to football players. It's soft, it's flexible, and it features a magnetic closure like that. It puts a seal or a gasket around the client. This absolutely ensures that everything stays on your side of the equation and the client stays clean. So we did both sideburns. We did one ear area. Back to our trimmer, back to our OneComb. We go from 9 o'clock to 12, from 3 to 12 for a clean ear arc. We comb the hair down or slightly forward in the rear quarter panel, tapping, 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 finishing up that curve. The last thing we have left on the outlining for this haircut is the neckline, or the nape. And what we want to do is we want to turn the client facing away from the mirror. Remember, the mirror is our powerful tool. There's our mirror back there. We're going to stand here with our trimmer, our OneComb, focusing on our finishing comb, and we're going to look over our shoulder as we attempt to evenly balance the neckline. We'll look over our shoulder because the mirror is 5 or 6 feet away from where we're standing. When you're standing right here at the client and you're right on top of the client, it's hard to see that balance. But glancing over your shoulder gives you a nice look at the balance of that line, left to right, on both sides. And once again, you'll notice in the camera angle, the blade is 90 degrees or perpendicular. I'm not at a low angle. I've cleaned my line. I'll come up and clean up extraneous hair beneath the line. If this is going to be a truly tapered neckline, obviously we wouldn't block across the back, but we'll come in with our finishing comb and our fine detailing comb on our OneComb. You know, what I like to say about the OneComb is you've got a clipper comb, you've got a trimmer comb, you've got a scissor comb, you've got a razor comb, you've got a blending scissor comb, you've got a fine shear point tapering comb. There's 4 combs, but there's a lot more than 4 combs on a OneComb. The OneComb does it all. 18 unique features explained on the back of the card. Why the OneComb explained on the back of the card, and a QR code that shoots you over to the YouTube channel, to the OneComb playlist for all these details. That completes your lining and edging around the perimeter of the haircut. Now, in some cases, on some clients, we would be front lining. We would be lining and edging sideburn to sideburn across the front of a haircut. Not on a haircut like this, but the one tip I'll offer when it comes to front lining is just like nape lining, turn the client facing the mirror so you can see balance and symmetry over your shoulder just a few feet away right over there, because when you're standing right here on top of the client, it can be very, very hard to see that. Now, also within the conversation of lining and edging is ears, eyebrows, nose. Eyebrows is always with the comb. Comb them down or comb them up to catch the little details. The ear, your T-blade trimmer. Pull back on the ear, tap, tap. If you can't get it with a T-blade, it's not yours to get. Nose hair, tip their head back slightly, thumb on the tip of the nose, elevate the nostrils. Grab those couple little hairs. The little things don't mean a lot. They mean everything. When you do complete full service work on your clients, you're going to build a relationship, you're going to build a lifelong client, and you're going to build an enthusiastic referral sender. And when you use a collar to keep the hair on your side of the relationship, they're going to love you even more. Thanks for being here for a deep dive video. I'm Ivan. This was OneComb. Go online at ivanzoot.com or use the link in the video description to get a OneComb, to get a neck collar, to get all the things you need to be an awesome professional hair cutter. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive video. Have a great day.